Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Moustache John. Hello again, friends. Moustache John here. Another 5-2 victory for Barcelona, this time over La Liga rivals Valencia. We saw a breakout performance from Ansu Fati. He comes away with the man of the match. De Jong also getting a goal and an assist. Suarez coming back from injury, getting a brace off the bench. We're going to talk about all this and more in my post-match. First, I'm going to show you clips from my live stream reacting to all of the Barcelona goals. Let's take a ride. Welcome. We are live watching Barcelona. It got one wrong with the starting lineup. Oh, yes indeed, yes indeed. Goal by Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati comes in, ball played across the box there. Griezmann dummies it. Ansu Fati just about 2 yards to the right of the penalty spot. Buries one. Ansu Fati getting his second goal of the season. Big start for Barcelona here. Ansu Fati breaks through. Oh, dribbles. Square ball. Goal! Frankie de Jong! Ansu Fati gets the ball on the left wing, squares up, takes on their wing back, dribbles him with a nice croqueta, square ball across the box to Frankie de Jong, buries it in the roof of the net. Let's go! Yes, yes, yes. Messi seen on the sideline smiling. He loves it. I love it. Mwah! Barca! Yes! Let's go! People all whistling together. Griezmann off the post. Can PK follows it up? Yes! PK! Yes, indeed. All right, PK. Way to pick up the trash, my man. So Griezmann did a little deke there at the top of the box. Gets the ball on his left foot. Tries to power one in. Keeper can't handle it. Silesen. Sorry, bro. Silesen going up against his former club here. Getting those overlaps. Suarez, you dirty motherfucker! Oh my goodness! Oh, a la Ronaldinho versus Chelsea in 2004-2005 Champions League. What a goal by Suarez! Oh, just freezes everybody like a statue with that pump fake. Curls it into the near post. Fantastic goal. Fantastic goal. Ah, yes! Brought down, Griezmann with a shot here. Suarez sneaks it in near post again! Suarez, the crafty veteran. Again, everybody talks shit about Suarez. Says he's old, says he's past his prime, says that we should have transferred him, says Griezmann should be starting over him. Suarez comes on, gets another 2 goals. It's incredible. You can't stop this guy. Sometimes they're ugly, sometimes they're trashy. It doesn't matter. He gets goals. He puts them in the back of the net. Luis Suarez! All right, what a win for Barcelona. This one was exciting. I was glad to see Ansu Fati getting his first start. And who knew that he was going to play so confidently in this match? I think that's the biggest takeaway. Aside from him getting a goal and an assist in the first half, most of our offense was going through Ansu Fati while he was on the pitch for the first 60 minutes or so. I was just very impressed with his decision making, with his ball control. The way that he dribbles, he's got a style a little bit like a Hazard or a Raheem Sterling, where he really squares up and he can step over right, step over left, knock the ball back and forth between his left and right. I was just very impressed. His ability to beat the defenders one-on-one, get to the end line and get the ball across. He is very clearly a La Masia player. He has that Barcelona DNA. He has that playmaker ability that we have sometimes been lacking over the last few years, particularly when we don't have Lionel Messi on the pitch. So obviously it's real easy to get excited about Ansu Fati and his future right now. He is 16 years old. He's got 2 goals and an assist in La Liga already. We just have to be careful to not put too much pressure or too much expectation on this kid. He is a kid. He's 16 years old. So yes, he's off to a fast start. I'm loving what we're seeing from him. I think the potential is off the charts. Let's just also remain calm. I do like that he's getting a chance to start, given that we have a few injuries. But once we have a full healthy roster, I would still like to see him in that supportive role for this year, just to give him some time to develop and kind of manage those expectations. Frankie de Jong also had a breakout match. He had a goal and an assist. He and Ansu Fati assisting each other on those first 2 goals. It was also the first time that we saw De Jong and Arthur starting together. Sergio Busquets got to stay in that holding role with 2 more attacking, playmaking midfielders. Again, something that we have been lacking over the last few seasons. Really, ever since we lost Xavi and Iniesta, we haven't had that dominant midfield duo that can maintain possession, that can be creative, that can be dynamic on the ball, create space, manipulate space, put the defenders off balance, and make those passes that split the defensive lines and really open things up. So fantastic performance from De Jong, from Arthur, and like I said, it allows Busquets to stay in that holding role. He and the two center backs, PK and Langley, did a wonderful job of breaking up those counterattacks. There were times during this match that Valencia could not get out of their half. Barcelona had 70% of the possession or more throughout the entire match, so a dominant performance from Barcelona. And we also saw Luis Suarez come off of the bench, get a brace, 2 fantastic goals. People keep doubting Suarez, and I've done it too. You know, there's times where he looks washed up. It looks like he's not going to be able to compete at the top level anymore, but he continues to get goals. I can't really explain it. He's just a natural finisher. He sniffs out those goals. He creates chances when he needs to. And he looks hungry this year. With Griezmann coming in and giving him that competition, I think he knows that he can't be running around 10 pounds overweight and not finishing the goals that he has the opportunities to finish. So I think he knows that he has to come in and be sharp and produce. So very happy on the attacking side, and for the most part defensively we controlled the game, but we still gave up 2 goals. My concern is that we were still unable to get a clean sheet. We have not had a clean sheet yet in La Liga this season. I think it really just comes down to focus. We need to have our heads in the match for 90 minutes, not have any lapses. There seems to just be a few times in each match where we have runners getting in behind our center backs and our outside backs aren't getting back enough. I don't know if it's because the outside backs are just pushing too far forward or if it's a lack of communication. It is still early in the season, so it's not a huge concern. We'll see how that works out over the next few matches. My other concern is when we made changes in the midfield. When Arthur came off and when De Jong came off for Rakitic and Vidal, although they are world-class midfielders, they lack the pace that Arthur and De Jong have, and it showed in the midfield. From that point on, we weren't nearly as dominant. We didn't get as much possession. I think seeing the change in play after those substitutions were made all but secures the starting positions for De Jong and Arthur. The game was completely different when those two were on the pitch. Barcelona had more control. They looked more threatening. It would just flowed better. It looked like Barcelona football. So the question remains, once Messi and Dembele come back from injury, once Suarez is fully fit and he can be in the starting lineup and go 90 minutes, who do we have in our starting 11? I think we're starting to see it shake out in the midfield with Busquets, De Jong, and Arthur. Up front, Suarez is trying to make a case that he can't be left out. Griezmann had a brace against Betis and he's been playing well. Those two are actually starting to have a pretty good chemistry on the pitch. We have Suarez, Griezmann, Messi, Dembele, Perez, Ansu Fati, all these guys that we're trying to fit on the pitch. So who gets left out? I don't know. We've got a lot of attacking options. It's a good problem to have. Let me know down in the comments, when everybody's healthy, what is your starting 11? Next match for Barcelona is going to be in the Champions League on Tuesday against Borussia Dortmund. I'm going to be traveling for this one, so I may or may not do a live stream. If I do, I'll post on Instagram. Make sure you follow me there at the undefeated Moustache John. If I don't do a live stream, I'll definitely be doing some recaps, so look for those Thursday when I get back in town. Other than that, again, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time, folks.